Check out my bow tie. It is so cute. Oh my god. I made this when I was studying in university about, what, two-ish, three-ish years ago, I think. Never wore it until today. Hello everyone, it's me, Andrew. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about clothes. Finally, I'm going to be recording my shopping guide for trans and non-binary people. So this is all based on my personal experiences, and the majority of that experiences has mostly been trial and error. Stuff may work out straight away, and then stuff may not work out straight away. Whatever we wear, like whether it's from the women's or the men's department, you are still you, and clothes are just something that we wear to just cover ourselves so we can be warm. And they compliment you many different ways. Whatever department you got it from, it doesn't defy your gender, and whether you're non-binary or you're trans, if you identify as a man or a woman, then they are your clothes, and regardless of where you bought them from, they are yours. I think I just said that like 3,000 times, oh my god. So this is my shopping guide for trans and non-binary people. I hope this video is useful. If anyone has any shopping tips that they think would be useful for other people to read, please comment. So as you can tell, I really like talking about clothes. And I'm going to be talking about tips for both in-person shopping, does that make in-person shopping and online shopping. I'll be talking about online shopping first because that's where the majority of my experience kind of stems from. As I mentioned in my previous clothes video, I talked about how I got clothes from the rack and having no idea whether or not it will fit me. And I've done that before with online shopping as well. Although there's some stuff that I have bought online that I've kind of kept over the past couple of years that were a bit too big on me. They now fit me because my shoulders are broadened. Haha, ain't that cool? So I think if there's something that you can't fit yet, I think you can, and if you're in love with it, I think you should totally hold on to it and wait to see if you can end up fitting it later on in life. I do a majority of my online shopping on eBay, but before I touch upon that, if you don't have access to a cash card, a bank card, a credit card, or if you're unable to get your permission to use your friend's debit card, cash card, bank card, or your closest relative or a family member, or your parents, then I suggest taking a look at Tumblr. I'll put the link down in the description below. One of the great things about Tumblr is that you can exchange or get clothes for free from other people who are willingly to like exchange and hand out their clothes for free. You might have to pay for postage and packaging depending where they live. Take a look on the link. I'll put loads of links down. I can't think of one at the top of my head, but people on Tumblr are very willing to do that. And also you can do the same thing. If there's some clothes that you don't particularly like or you don't wear anymore, you could totally reach the word out on Tumblr and people can see. I think there might also be some Facebook groups as well. I'll also put in the link in the description down below. eBay, clothes shopping. This also applies for like any other online web shopping thing. What I used to do is I'd get clothes and then I had no idea if it fit me. I think if you don't know what your clothes size are, and for example, like, because men's and women's sizings are different, but what I kind of sussed out is that if you're like a UK size 10, I think that's what I used to be, then you may be able to fit like men's 36 to 38 / small to medium clothes, and waist size, if for example if you're a UK size 10, that you may be able to fit like a men's 30 to 32 waist jeans or trousers. In terms of like different clothing shops and brands, their sizes kind of vary, women's sizing to men's sizing, so it may or may not be different. Like I know if I were to shop in River Island, I had to be a size up to buy clothes to fit me. So and in some other shops, I'd fit like a small, but in I think in River Island I'd have to fit like a medium, I think. But like I said, yeah, so sizes of clothes varies, and like I said before as well, it's all a trial and error, so it may not work out and it may work out. If you're stuck and you don't know what the hell you're looking for, I suggest going on Google or Google, like, I don't know, men's, women, fashion. Like, I think before, in the summer, I didn't know what to wear for the summer, and I Googled men's summer wear or men's summer fashion or something like that, and there were some pics, and I was like, okay, I'll just inspire stuff from that. It's totally fine to like to base your wardrobe on TV characters or your role models or favorite actors and actresses or anime characters or anyone's wardrobe where you feel very inspired, and or you have that desire to dress like them or have clothes similar to that character, and that's totally cool because that's awesome. My wardrobe's kind of like 1950s and onwards, hipster trap. Kind of bought stuff bit by bit for my vintage look to kind of build on, like a waistcoat and then a sweater vest and then a pair of very nice trousers and stuff like that. So if you find something on Google or whatever pictures that you want to base your outfit on, if you find stuff like that and you want to apply it for like your everyday wardrobe, then you can totally search up on that, like plaid shirt or something like that. Research is a really good thing. Just kind of setting yourself, I suppose, like it kind of helps you set goals for what you inspire your wardrobe to end up looking like or what you'd like to work towards. So there's just that end goal of what you want to buy, and if you see something that you're 100% and more in love with, then you should totally buy it. However, I would say if it's over the budget, it's way more than you'd expect, then I think you should not get it, because if you end up spending like 50 so quid or dollars on something whilst you could get like something else for cheaper, then I think you could go for the latter, because there's always time to save up money. If you're like completely in love with it and you end up not buying it, that's okay. There are going to be some things in the world where that you really love and you just won't end up getting because it's expensive. Oh my god, my life story. There's just going to be times where you have to just kind of let it go, which is very hard, because there is that there's that one thing that you really want to buy, but it's so expensive. But dreams can come true, I promise. Dreams can come true with clothes, because I've ended up buying like a few designer stuff way cheaper than the retail price and a lot cheaper than I'd actually expect. So don't give up. There are some stuff that you may end up buying that you never realize you end up buying for cheap. Another useful tip is don't buy something where you feel very lackluster about. If you're not in love with it, then don't buy it. I don't want to buy stuff for the sake of it. I mean, if you end up buying it by accident, I've done that before, by accident. If you end up getting something that you've ended up buying, it's already shipped to your house already, and you're having second thoughts about it, you can either give it to a friend, or you can just wear it for like pajamas or something that you'd wear if you're painting or something. Those are benefits for clothes that you may end up that you're in love with, and then it kind of turned out to be different than you would expect. If you're still having trouble trying to like convert your clothes size to another clothes size, then I think another good thing would be to kind of get a tape measure and just measure like a t-shirt. Measure a t-shirt or the jeans that you're wearing and see, and then try to get something that is as close to your size, to the desired clothes that you want to cater yourself for. If you have trouble having it sent to your own house, then best to ask a friend or a close family member, or anyone that you could get it delivered to so you can get it. I also forgot to mention, for online shopping, if you're looking for something where it says it has the exact size but the picture's really blurry, I would recommend not getting it. Or you can contact the seller for a clearer picture of the product that they're selling, and if they haven't said the exact measurements of the article of clothing, you can also contact the seller and just ask them, just double check, oh yeah, you say that it's a size small to medium, but what does that mean, like in chest size, in inches? So there's nothing wrong with contacting the seller. And also another good thing, if you're kind of weary of like the clothes, or weary of buying stuff, also best to look at customer feedback, because that is a one key thing where I always look on something, and if I'm gonna buy something, I look at the customer feedback, and if it's already good, like more than like 94%, then I will end up buying it. But if it has like lower than that, and if you can see on the recent feedback on eBay, on like I think like the past month and so on, like when they've gotten like 1 star or really bad reviews. So it's also good to take a look on that if you're kind of weary. The picture of the clothing article's good. The seller has really good feedback, 95 or more or to 100% feedback. And if the clothing measurements are to a T and if it's all right, and if after you measure yourself to see if it would fit you, then that is a good seller. If anyone's interested in tips for buying suits, please let me know. I'll put a video up because my experiences there is just, oh my god. So in-store shopping, my experiences, that's kind of a bit limited because like I said, my majority of shopping is online shopping. If you can and if you're able to, go to a shop. It sounds easier said than done, but like if you can, grab a friend, take a look at what's there, try on as many clothes as you can, take a look at yourself, look at yourself in the mirror and stuff like that. I think what my sister and I used to do before I was taking testosterone, so what we would do, I think we were looking like in the men's department, and I'd be like, would our dad like that? I think he'd like this or something. And my sister would be like, I think this would suit our dad a lot more. Yes, it was a bit creepy just like saying that, but that was a cover-up story, and I'm still a bit anxious going to a clothes shop and browsing through like just clothes through there. It's so scary. If you can, grab a friend that can come with you so you can actually be able to try on as many clothes as you can and see what's best, what looks nice on you, what's different. Obviously the disadvantages of getting clothes from online is that you don't know what it's going to look like on you until you actually wear it, and so that's a huge disadvantage. The disadvantage for buying clothes in store is that they may not have like the desired clothing that you would like to have. So, and there may be something where you really like but it doesn't come in your size, so you end up having to buy it online. So online shopping and in-person shopping both has its disadvantages and advantages. I prefer doing online shopping a lot more because I don't like talking to people. And yeah, I hope this has all been helpful. If you have any other tips or any questions or stuff that that I failed to mention, please let me know. I'd love to answer to people. I love commenting. So yes, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye! To yourself all. I hope that made sense. Oh my god. Oh my god. There's 2 neighbours outside. I hope they don't see what I'm doing. The curtains are closed. Are they looking at a squirrel? Okay, no, they're just looking at a squirrel. Oh my god, that's so creepy. Jesus! I hope they can't see me. Please don't. I'm just no. Oh no.